Himachal Pradesh is one of the states of India seen at the extreme northern part of the Asian subcontinent. It shares boundaries with Jammu and Kashmir to the north, Haryana to the south, Punjab to the west, and China to east. Himachal Pradesh is largely mountainous and offers lofty snow-clad mountains, deep gorges, thickly forested valleys, large lakes, terraced fields, and cascading streams. Himachal takes its name from the Himalayas. The word Himachal means snowy slopes and Pradesh means state or region. Himachal Pradesh is built within 12 separate districts. Among them, Shimla district is the capital of Himachal Pradesh. Himachal is situated in the heart of the western Himalaya and is believed to be the abode of God and goddess. The entire state is punctuated with stone as well as wood temples. The shadow valleys, rugged cracks, glaciers, and gigantic pines and roaring rivers and exquisite flora and fauna compose the symphony that is forever Himachal. The state has a rich treasure of places of pilgrimage and of anthropological value. Temperature of Himachal Pradesh is highly dependent on altitude. Mean annual temperature is higher in western parts of state and decreases gradually towards northern and eastern parts. Average temperature falls between 50 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. Rainfall distributions varies from less than 50 mm to 3000 mm. Dharmshala receives the highest rainfall in the state. Most of the rainfall in Himachal Pradesh originates from the southwestern monsoon, starting in June and stretching up to September. During winter months, a fairly good amount of rainfall and snowfall is also received from western disturbances throughout the state. The state, although being small, is nevertheless playing a very crucial role in sustaining the livelihood of downstream areas. The conservative sustenance of this ecologically fragile region is a biggest challenge we need to address. With spectacular snowy peaks and plunging river valleys, beautiful Himachal is India's outdoor adventure playground. While traditionally Himachal was known as a summer destination, now it is known as a destination for all seasons. Because of the peculiar mountain ranges, the climate of Himachal is unique. Different temperatures in different districts can be seen in the Himachal Pradesh. The weather here also depends on the geographical height from mean sea level. The average temperature of Himachal Pradesh is 28 degrees Celsius in summer and 7 degrees Celsius in winter. There are certain regions with height above 7,218 feet always covered with snow and the temperature of those areas are very low. There are three main seasons noticed and they are winter, summer and rainy season. The rainy season of the state has come after the summer season from July to September. The best time to visit the state of Himachal Pradesh is from September to March. The rivers of Himachal Pradesh originate from the glaciers of Himalayan mountains. These mountains provide water not only of Himachal but also to great rivers of India in this river Ganges basins. The important rivers of Himachal Pradesh are Chandrabhaga River, the Ravi, the Peace, the Satluj and the Yamuna River. The rivers are perennial and are fed by snow and rainfall of that region. Himachal Pradesh is largely covered with forest. The forest of the state is divided into six types, namely moist tropical forest, dry tropical forest, montane subtropical forest, montane temperate forest, subalpine forest and alpine scrub forest. The southern part of state is covered with tropical and subtropical broadleaf forest. Mainly sal and shishim tree are found here. The rhododendron trees can be seen along the hillsides around Shimla. Himachal Pradesh has a great value for producing various sweet fruits. It supplies orchards and apple throughout the nation. The temperature of Himachal Pradesh is highly dependent on altitude. Average altitude varies from 350 meter to 700 meter above the sea level. Mean annual temperature is higher in western part of the state and decreases gradually towards north and eastern parts. As altitude increases during summer season, average temperature varies 15 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius and during winter it varies from 0 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius. January is the coldest month in Himachal Pradesh. During the period from January to February, heavy snowfall occurs which create conditions for low temperature throughout the state, making it unpleasant and life in the western states miserable. Most of the rainfall in Himachal Pradesh originates from the southwestern monsoon, starting in June and stretching up to September. Maximum rainfall occurs during the months of July and August. During winter months, a fairly good amount of rainfall and snowfall is also received from western disturbances throughout the state. Especially in general, rainfall follows altitudinal patterns and increase from plains to the hills. Due to rain shadow effect of the Dauladur and Pir Panchal ranges, rainfall starts decreasing towards Lahul, Spiti and Kinnaur. Spit Valley is closed from all sides by high mountains and therefore it is driest. The peripheral areas of Dharmazar region, the southwestern part of Chamba and southern part of Zimau receive annual rainfall above 2000 mm. From these regions, the rainfall declines gradually towards the northern and eastern part of the state. In the central, southwestern and southeastern part of the state, rainfall ranges between 1000 and 2000 mm. In the northwestern and eastern of Chamba, the southwestern portion of Lahul Spiti, the southern and western parts of Kinau, and the part of eastern Kulu, the annual rainfalls varies between 50 and 100 mm. The contribution of monsoon rainfall for the lower southwest part of the state in the range of 60 to 80% of annual total, while it is only around 35% for the higher elevation stations in northern part of state. A lot of rainfalls in the months June, July, August, and September. On average, July is the wettest month. December is the driest month. The average amount of annual precipitation is 1380 mm. Drought is a regular feature in Himachal Pradesh, despite it being the source of several perennial rivers, with an impression of it being water sufficient. Himachal Pradesh is usually considered as a water-rich state having large permanent snow fields feeding its perennial rivers. Therefore, drought occurrence in this hilly state does not hit the national news. Drought situation in Himachal Pradesh has happened in the past during the 18th and 19th centuries. The lack of winter rains during transactions and early 2001 resulted in drought situation in Zolan, Kangra, Hamirpur, Bilaspur, and Una district, destroying over 80% of the starting crops worth 252 crore rupees. The intensity of drought is increasing year after year, and for the past 6 years, Himachal is facing drinking water shortage during the summer months.